I have my Freddy Faz watch, and
I love my Freddy flashlight and my Freddy blaster and my Freddy.
Brian Griffin is dead.
You look vaguely ethnic. Mitchell, can I get a hit of that vape?
Mitchell, can I get a hit of that pepper spray?
Welcome back.
Hi.
Second episode.
We're doing this now.
I'm Jess. This is
Liz.
someone.
I'm Liz.
You broke in. I don't know who you were.
Wow. You know what? Anyway.
Let's get started, shall we?
Yeah.
So we have a lot to talk about today.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about a whole list of some of the best games that have ever released in our lifetime.
Oh, the best games.
The best games.
The best games.
These games are going to make you wish you pepper sprayed yourself so you didn't have to watch them.
You inhaled, dog.
That was an accident. I didn't want
How do you you went you took it like a vape and you went you didn't even, to clarify, she didn't.
The safety was on. How was I supposed to know it was going to go off?
It's like cheap ass pepper spray, dog. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, context. I pepper sprayed myself last night.
Kind of. Like it
Not kinda, no, I did.
No, but you didn't spray it.
No, I sucked pepper spray.
Yeah, like a vape pen.
Let's get started with the gaming news, shall we? The Valorant team of Alfred Esports is going to do a championship soon.
That's really cool.
Valorant is actually one of the best things we're in. One of the best games. We have one of the best teams.
We have one of the best. The best.
No, not the best.
Well,
maybe
we have
the
best funded.
Yeah, that's true. Which honestly isn't speaking much. It's still kind of terribly funded.
Yeah, give us money.
It should get more money because it's really we are very good at our stuff.
Yeah.
Valorant's gonna do a thing. Call of Duty ranked play is coming to an end soon, so they're most likely gonna be swapping off to the next one soon. Still don't have a Pokemon Unite team, and for those 5 of you who are curious, we still don't have one. Now, what do you say we get into the actual games?
Oh, the best games.
The best games. Let's do some role play first. Let's pretend you're my neighbor.
Okay. Hello, neighbor.
Hello, neighbor.
Oh, hello, neighbor.
Hello, neighbor.
So we're, okay, bits aside, we're talking about some of the worst games that we love dearly, because I love bad games.
So do I.
They're so
love
good.
Them. They're amazing.
And, people talk, look at that. Look at him go.
MatPat should talk about this game.
MatPat he should take, okay, so should we talk about MatPat after we talk about what this game is, or should we?
Yeah, we should probably actually tell them what this game is for the few that don't know.
Yeah, okay, so plot of what we're doing is we're talking about bad games, right? But this game specifically is Hello Neighbor, and Hello Neighbor is an entire it started out as an alpha, right? It actually started out as a tech demo where they showed off the neighbor kind of break into the neighbor's house, and it showed the neighbor actually had an intelligent AI, and it was a long time ago, it's actually pretty revolutionary.
Oh yeah, it was very, the alphas were to show that, because the whole deal was the neighbor had dynamic AI and would react to different ways you would break into the house.
Yeah.
If he caught you going through a window, that window would be boarded up.
Yeah. And that was the thing. So it was harder each and every time that you broke in. That was the whole idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got into the alpha, and then MatPat covered it.
I don't think MatPat covering is what made it bad, though.
No, because the whole thing was that they tried to make it more and more cartoonish, more and more silly, more and more theory-based.
They made it a lot bigger in scope. The neighbor's house was originally just 2 stories.
Yeah, and then
now it's 500.
Yeah, look at that house.
You can't see it here because this is the flashback scene.
Yeah, this is the original. I don't know if it.
This is the flashback scene in the beginning of the game where you play as a child.
Yeah, and they made the story so stupid. It's what are we doing?
Well, there's books you gotta read to get the story.
Yeah.
There's an animated series that you have to watch.
It looks like it's made for babies.
If you guys are curious, which I know you are, neighbor's name is Theodore.
Oh yeah, I think you told me this.
Yeah, it's Theodore. He looks like a Theodore.
He does look like a Theodore.
The main issue with this game, especially now after Alpha, it's physics-based with really bad physics.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen videos of people having to stack the boxes. And the funny thing is, the neighbor knocks it over, which would be fine if the physics were good. The physics aren't good.
No, it does a classic like bad physics thing where like if you pick up an object you're standing on, you'll just like fly.
And on top of that, I've seen videos of the neighbor like walking into
Oh my
walls.
God. That was a poster of FGTV in the neighbor's house.
Whoa, I don't know who that is.
The game, it's one of the rare cases of a game getting a lot worse instead of games are supposed to get better as they cook, not worse.
Yeah.
For a game this bad that got this negative reviews, it somehow spawned into a franchise.
Oh yeah, there's a racing game.
There's sequels.
There's like an Among
spin-offs.
Us. There's like an Among Us type thing.
Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek.
Hide and Seek. It's filled with like children, like a children lobby.
It's not Among Us. It's actually closer to Dead by Daylight.
Oh, I guess fair.
One person plays as the neighbor and tries to kidnap the children.
The game for children.
And it also spawned a sequel which did a really funny thing of doing the same thing the first one did, where the alphas were good and the final game was really bad.
Damn.
Because the thing with Hello Neighbor 2, which I think we have footage of,
and it wasn't originally it wasn't originally that bad. Like it was. I don't even think it was originally about.
It wasn't originally about the neighbor. No.
Yeah, no, it was a completely different thing, and then they changed it like idiots.
Yeah. Because the thing with Hello Neighbor 2 is it tried to be open world.
What?
Yeah, it tried to free roam, where like you broke into multiple people's houses. Like the baker and the mayor. None of them had names, by the way. They were just called the mayor and the baker.
Were the houses, was there interesting things inside the houses at least?
There were plans to, but there wasn't.
Oh, why? Why make a thing? Like, okay. I feel like a big issue with a lot of open world games that people have, or ideas that they have about open world games, is that, oh, if we just make the game open world, if we just have like a big open place, it will be so cool because there will be so much to explore. But fun fact, developers, you need to put interesting things inside the place.
You can check out my open world game. It's a hell. It's a very big grass planet.
Yeah. I made an entire planet, and it has all of the trees on it, and it has a river, and it's like, that's great and all, but what can you do in the space?
You can look at the trees.
I guess fair.
But the open world games need locations to be interesting.
Yeah. And not just locations, you need things to do. You need things that are interesting to do in the world, and they need to correlate in some way with the thing you're trying to do.
With the overall story.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless it's like like Minecraft, which doesn't really have a story.
Yeah. Well, that's, But there's still things to do in Minecraft.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With Hello Neighbor 2, do you want to break into... The thing is, it's not even fully open world. It's like pseudo open world. Because, like, it gives you the sort of appearance of like, oh, you can go to whichever house you want. Except you can't actually, because the other ones are locked until you do this one house first. So, like, it pretends it's open world, but it's actually linear.
Yeah. It's so much better than Breath of the Wild.
Speaking of open world, that's actually the next game on the list. Five Nights at Freddy's
Security Breach. Freddy Fazbear.
I have a lot to say about Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Say all of the things all at once.
I don't think an open world FNAF game is a doomed concept. I think it could have worked. I genuinely think it could have been fun.
That's fair, yeah. It could have been fun. It's just...
I like the designs, like as you can see here. I think the designs of the Kerr animatronics and the Pizzaplex are genuinely good.
I think they are good. I think they're fun. Okay. The original FNAF game, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't... It feels like Security Breach was obviously aimed at a younger audience.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
There's a whole discussion to be had about how Five Nights at Freddy's has been more so aiming for younger and younger children.
Yeah. Which is, like, I get it. I understand it. And also...
That makes sense, yeah.
Like, okay. I think it's kind of fun. I've thought about this on and off. Can you make horror for children? And my answer is, well, Goosebumps existed, so obviously.
Yeah, but at the same time, because mascot horror games
Yeah.
for children, like kind of just
Yeah.
objectively.
Most of them. I feel like there's a few that aren't, but
Indigo
most of
Park
them.
is not really for children, kind of.
Yeah, because it's made for people who grew up with.
Yes, it's made for people who grew up with FNAF and stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is that children horror can't be the same as you can't just do adult horror and make it so there's like no spooky stuff shown on screen.
Yeah.
That's not child-friendly horror.
Yeah.
That's just bad.
Yeah. It's also like, again, as you were saying, if you're making a horror game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you're making it for children actively impedes the thing, then don't make it.
Exactly.
Make it for adults.
If making it for children makes the scary game not scary, like for instance, see, I don't think it's a hot take to say Security Breach is not scary.
Yeah, it's like hot take, but not hot take at all. It's actually pretty lukewarm take.
White woman's jump scare.
White woman jump scare. I don't like jump scares that much.
No.
I think that most people don't. I like creeping tension. I like creativity. I like ARGs a lot, actually. That's my type of horror. Is a kind of weird, freaky horror with like body horror.
Jump scares are cheap, but that's kind of the point.
Yeah. I don't think that jump scares in themselves are bad. Even it's mainly just like And FNAF FNAF made.
FNAF is
the jump scare.
Did the jump scare.
Yeah, they.
Freddy.
But
the thing with Security Breach is that that's all it is you walk around a big open area with jump scares. It goes back to our previous point about open world with nothing to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's
because it's an open world in air quotes.
Yeah.
But again, it's very linear. It pushes you.
Which makes no sense, because I feel like since there's there's literally 3 different areas. I feel like it'd be pretty easy to have it go non-linearly if you wanted to do that. And you don't have to do that.
I'm pretty sure that was the people data mine Security Breach found like early files of the Pizzaplex, and that was the original plan, was to have you basically, once you save Freddy out of the thing, you could go wherever you wanted.
Yeah.
It wasn't linear.
It makes no sense. And again, genuinely, it makes no sense why that's the case. And you could even have it so, even still, each animatronic gets more and more difficult to deal with over time.
I mean, they kind of did that because after, like...
Yeah, but you could do it with every single one, is what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, again, technically they did, because once you, like, steal, like, Roxy's eyes, her animatronic gets harder.
Yeah, yeah.
She gets faster.
That's true, yeah. Sorry, I thought it was a blue screen.
No, Freddy Fazwatch.
Freddy Fazwatch. I have my Freddy Fazwatch, and I
love my Freddy flashlight, and my Freddy blaster, and my Freddy...
And my Freddy, camera.
My Freddy phone.
And my Freddy micro fridge.
Freddy, I think and the thing is that Security Breach, like, I'm a nerd. I know a lot about the FNAF lore. Mm-hmm. And Security Breach just kind of takes a massive dump all over it. Yeah. Because it makes the old man alive again for some reason.
Well, the thing is, like, even Scott Cawthon has done that before.
Yes, but then again.
But here's the thing: the DLC made him not alive. Actually,
he should have been dead with Ultimate Custom Night. Because that was such a good ending to the story.
He should have just been really very dead. Like, the thing is, I know why they're remaking the games for money. I get it. Yeah. I know why they're doing it. But it's like, at that point, either redo this, but don't make it like a continuation of the story.
No, make it original.
Yeah. Either like restart, or just let the man die. Let Peepaw Willie die.
Let William die. He does not need to come back in a wheelchair.
Yeah. It's rep, dog.
And plus the issue, one of the biggest things that genuinely makes me angry is that it's canon that Gregory the child is a robot child.
That's so stupid.
Because in Ruin, it's shown that Gregory is actually animatronic child.
Whoa, what a twist.
Spoilers, the game is bad.
Yeah, how dare you spoil Security Britches.
I don't like this game. This game just makes me uncomfortably mad.
Yeah.
Because I've been following FNAF since the second one.
Yeah, yeah.
And I really think they should have... Because that's the thing is, I've been telling them that they should make games based off of the books. And they did with Into the Pit. And Into the Pit is a really good game.
I think you just want Matt, Pat, and Prek. I think that's what you actually want.
I'm not gonna dignify that with a response. I'm just gonna stare at you until you feel uncomfortable. You know what? People deserve context about MatPat and Freddy. So there's Freddy Fright Files, which is an anthology series based in the FNAF storyline.
Written by Scott Cawthon.
It's ghost written by someone else. Scott Cawthon just published it.
Oh.
It's ghost written, like the books. Like Silver Eyes. It's a ghostwriter.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, one of the
actually.
anthology series involved a theorizer off of the Freddy Fazbear's entertainment property that was clearly based off of MatPat. And the story has him getting pregnant by a ghost spirit of an animatronic. This is a real book you can buy. You can buy this book and read it.
I love bad media.
Freddy Fazbear has turned into an absolute nightmare of weird decisions after weird decisions.
I don't like Remnant. I like the vibe of Sister Location because I like sci-fi. I'm a bit of a sci-fi freak, and even I can admit, if I didn't like or if I was neutral on sci-fi, I would have been like, wow, this is the stupidest crap I've ever seen.
Sister Location, I think, is cool, very good from a story standpoint, but the gameplay is god awful. It's not good.
Well, okay, fair. I mean, it's not as interesting, but it's more story driven. I think it's like, I think the point of that game is more inherently interesting than a lot of the other games.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's more interesting. I think Baby's interesting. I think Yeah.
It explains the whole thing with Henry and William.
Yeah.
And again, fun Sister Location fact. It is true that the shadow at the end of the Scooping ending is a photo of Rick Astley. That is just fact.
Really?
Yes, that's true.
That's amazing.
Scott admitted to it. It is a cropped out photo
all of us.
of Rick Astley.
That's amazing.
And another thing, real quick before we move on to the next FNAF media.
Wait, which one?
After this, we get to talk about the racing game, the Five Nights at Freddy's racing game.
There's a racing game?
Well, you know what? Actually, yeah, let's move on to that now.
I love lapsing at Freddy's.
This is a game that I'm going to say, without a doubt, is one of, if not the worst video game I have had the mispleasure of ever playing in my life. It is such a bad game.
You don't like racing?
It makes me mad thinking about it.
You don't like racing with Freddy Fazbear?
No, I do not.
Why not?
Because the game, it's hard to explain just with footage of it.
Yeah.
But, like, the game controls horrendously. How do you mess up a kart racer controls?
Actually, it's probably pretty easy to mess them up.
Garfield Kart got it right. Garfield Kart got the controls right.
I'm crying.
Freddy Fazbear could not get it right.
Oh, here we go. Is this wait, Five Nights at... Nope. No.
If we can't find the B-roll footage, we can just skip it.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to see the racing game.
No, you didn't.
I want to see the control. Can you imagine they have tank controls for the racing?
I played it.
Does it have tank controls?
No.
Okay.
The thing is, drifting has no weight to it. That's the issue.
Oh, no. So you just, like, fly?
Yes. After a drift boost, you go into a straight line when you boost.
That's
with
amazing.
The mini boost.
That's amazing.
And it also has it so hopping and drifting are two different buttons.
You can hop in the cart?
You can hop without drifting and drift without hopping. They're separate buttons.
Why?
It's just a demo, guys. It's just a demo.
What? Then why publish it? Why show it? If your thing is bad, why show it?
I had hope that maybe it was going to be like a bait and switch, like, oh, it's actually a spooky game. No, I don't think it is. I think it's just a bad kart racer game.
Actually, in the files, guys, if you zoom in really closely to Freddy Fazbear's butthole, you can actually find the secret lore to the next game where Peepaw Willie comes back again in and he's paralyzed from the neck down, and he's there, and he just looks at you, and he like taps his, he like looks around with his eyeballs, and it goes, "I'll be back."
Next up is Class of 09 Flip Side.
Oh, yay!
This one is all yours. You're the one on the floor here.
Yeah, I haven't even played it, but I've seen like everybody talk about it.
I
and
genuinely don't think we can show B-roll footage of this game.
No,
Do not.
Yeah. It's, yeah. Okay.
I don't know why I got B-roll footage, but
Yeah,
we cannot show it.
Okay. So let's talk about the original Class of 09 and the re-up. So...
You want first? I think we should explain like what it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
So Class of 09, the original piece of media, right, and the re-up were basically these games set in like the worst high school ever. Like really a really crappy high school with like where every single character is kind of like a terrible person, but it's funny, and there's a lot of really good moments in there. And it's like you follow the main character, right, who's Nicole, and Nicole
is a diagnosed sociopath.
That's true, yeah. But not only that, but like when I played the game, when I originally played the re-up alone, actually I think I played it with buddies, I'm not sure, but when I played it, I realized something very quickly. This is a game where no matter what path you take, Nicole is going to destroy everything around you as quickly as possible.
That's part of the marketing. It's a visual novel with no good choices.
Yeah, exactly. But it's funny because it's like, well, number one, the characters talk how I've seen a lot of high schoolers talk, which is terrible. Like,
oh yeah.
like,
I would quote it, but I don't think there's a quote we could say on
Limited.
Give me a fry.
Limited.
Please give me a fry.
I think that is the only quote we can possibly say.
That's the only one I can
But it's genuinely... I shouldn't say it's realistic to my high school experience, but it's actually somewhat close.
Yeah, I've had multiple friends who come from worse districts than I have, like you.
Yes, like me.
Yeah, who've actively said, no, that was just my high school experience. That is just how it happened.
But yet, Class of 09 is marketed as, it's not your mama's visual novel.
It's not your mama's. It's actually a projection simulator. But I don't think that fits it, though.
No.
It's more like a destroy everything in your path no matter how hard you try not to simulate.
But the writing is funny. It's shocking at some point, sure, but it's meant to be.
Yeah.
It builds up to it.
Yeah.
Flip side is shock value. It's shocking for the fact of shocking.
Simulator. the foot side.
Some of the endings of the original game, Nicole goes to jail.
Yeah.
Nicole goes to jail again.
Nicole goes to prison. You're white, Nicole.
But it's just, it's funny. The writing is funny.
Yeah, yeah.
With Flip Side, all of it's shock value.
Yeah, and it's not funny, which is, okay, let me ask you a question. If you're a shock value comedy writer, why the hell would you try to take yourself seriously if you cannot do that anyway?
No, because the person who wrote it, it's a self-insert. There's a foot fetish ending.
Yeah.
There's an ending where Jekka, the main character of Flip Side, dies
and gets sold into
slavery.
Yeah.
There's Zionism, anti-Semitism.
But it's like, what else do they have? Oh yeah. The only good ending was the ending where, okay, so in the original re-up, and I basically, Nicole, I'm not gonna say unalives. I don't know.
Just say unalive.
I guess, yeah. They died themselves.
That's better.
Basically, it's not great, but you don't get to feel the consequences because you're Nicole, and it's just another ending, right?
Yes.
But Jekka's ending, she actually sits with it, and she's actually there, and she's in the room and just looking at her, and it's it's the one time where he takes it seriously in a way that doesn't feel like shock value. It feels like genuine emotion is there. Good job, buddy. The rest of it sucks. I genuinely feel like, and you can say I'm wrong here, but I'm not. It genuinely felt like the creator was upset that a lot of anxiety-filled lesbians really like the show, so he wanted to actively scare off as many as possible.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Didn't he like admit to that on Twitter?
He did?
Something like
That's
that.
really funny.
He said something like, "Yo, it's bad on purpose, guys."
Yeah, oh yeah, he did. He was like, no, he had like a wine glass or something. It's like watching the commotion or whatever he
Watching
did.
a commotion, wine glass emoji.
Yeah, it's like it reminds me of Alex Mahan and his.
That's a treat for the later.
Yeah, that's a treat.
But I
for
think
later.
we've said as much as we've said our piece about Flipside.
Yeah, it's just kind of bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope I'm thinking about for the thumbnail taking like a picture of Ari, like hello neighbor, or like you as hello going, Ari, look out, and then it's like Brian, look out, like Peter Griffin.
Oh, dog, Brian Griffin is dead.
Brian Griffin is dead.
Sorry, spoilers for 2013 Family Guy. Brian Griffin dies.
Oh, dog. I'm yicking out.
I'm yicking out.
I'm yicking out.
Put up the footage of Yiik.
We gotta put up the footage
Y2K.
of Y2K.
Y Roman numeral K.
I love Yiik.
We already spoiled it because we saw the tab of the footage.
Yeah.
But oh my god, I love Yiik.
I love Yiik. I don't care that your sister died.
You look vaguely ethnic. Both quotes of famous Alex Eagleston. Yiik is Earthbound inspired postmodern RPG.
I love Yiik. It's Y2K.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yiik.
Y2K. Postmodern RPG.
I love Yiik.
This was a game inspired by Earthbound, and it's like Earthbound if Earthbound was a really, really bad game with horrific writing.
I love Yiik. Oh, look, here we go.
So, the thing with Yiik, it's a RPG, as you can probably tell from the title screen.
I think the issue with Yiik, right? Okay,
is the writing is bad.
It's trying to be quirky when it isn't.
The thing is it tries, its whole deal, especially with the guy behind it, he said, oh, people don't get it because the main character is bad.
Yeah, the main character is bad, actually.
You can write a bad main character, a bad protagonist, like a guy who you don't like.
Nicole from
exactly.
A Class of 09.
BoJack Horseman.
You
don't Walter White for crying out loud.
Honestly, yeah.
You can write protagonists that you're not supposed to like.
Yeah, who are bad people. And the thing is but the issue is, right? Well, number one, when you look at what the creator actually looks like and you look at
Alex Eagleston is a self-insert.
Yeah.
And it's basically been confirmed.
You ever notice that a lot of bad media has like some very specific type of self-insert OCs? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
not even bad to have a self-insert to clarify, but if it's like, why are you inserting yourself into the story? For what purpose?
No.
Like, what does it say about you? You know what I mean?
I think self-inserts can work if you're telling a story that's close to home.
Yeah, exactly.
Close to something that you went through.
Yeah, exactly. Or you want to tell a story that has something to say that you relate to.
Exactly.
Inherently.
Self-inserts aren't inherently a cringy or bad thing in a video game.
But when it's very obviously saying something very negative about you as a person in a way that you don't seem to realize. Like, if you realize I'm writing this character in a way that is obviously, like, I'm trying to say something negative about myself and I'm self-reflecting. Like, that's inherently interesting to me. But it's that lack of awareness that a lot of people seem to get. You know, I think that's also why he got upset, was that he was like, this is part of me.
The main thing that kind of carries a bad protagonist like this is it can be difficult because you need very good writing to get the point across.
You also need consequences or you need to figure out a way to not justify the behavior. Like, the whole point of the content is either this... Xavier Renegade Angel. In Xavier Renegade Angel, which is a completely different thing, it's a show with a guy, but basically he goes around and he's this like shaman type of character. It's a whole thing. It's kind of edgy, very crazy. It's awesome.
It's modernist and absurdist.
Yeah. And that show has a character who goes around and ruins the lives of everybody around him but that's the joke. The thing is, we're not supposed to like him. It's actually doing a commentary on how certain ideas and bastardization of ideas can lead to the destruction of many lives. Like, that's kind of what it's saying, sort of. And also, it's just funny.
I think a great example of a bad protagonist is actually Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen the stuff.
Because both in the books and the animated series, Scott faces consequences, which he should.
Yeah.
He dated a minor.
Yeah.
And cheated.
Yeah.
Multiple times. And he faces consequences.
Yeah.
He loses stuff he worked for.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, right? Is that, like, you either have consequences in the story or you tell a cautionary tale. One of the two, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You either mock the bad person or you show that bad person happen. I think that's, like, obviously I'm sure there's another way to do it, but those are, like, the main ways.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like, with Walter White, the way Walter White's written, if any of you watching, listening to this say you relate to Walter White, you are genuinely sociopathic, and
therapy.
You should probably take a shower.
Yeah, and get therapy and help.
No, Walter White is not relatable.
No.
He's a villain.
Yeah, well, if he, like, people have said BoJack's relatable, too. If you relate to
BoJack has traits of him that are relatable.
Yeah, but that's the point.
Overall, no.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can find these characters relatable, but realize that that's a character flaw.
You should realize that if you relate to these characters, that you
have
character flaws.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's okay to have character flaws. You just have to work on them.
No one's perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just a fact of life.
Yeah.
But back to Yiik.
Back to Yiik.
The issue with the way the main character, Alex Eagleson, is that it's written badly. He's written to be a bad character, but he faces no punishment for it. He's actually...
Okay, the whole point of Yiik is the idea that he thinks he's the center of the world. And the problem with the story is he's proven right.
Yeah, he saves the entire multiverse because he is the center of the world, and he's written like that.
And it's like, why would you even do that? Why? What's the point of that?
No, because he faces no consequences because he saves the universe by being just an asshole.
Yeah, it's like, why are we even here? Because again, you can have if I were to write this story, right? I would have made it so not only did I would make his life as small as an ant, honestly. And it's because, again, why the hell would you put him in the center of the universe if the whole character flaw in his idea is that he doesn't care about the people around him, he doesn't care about anything besides himself, he doesn't care about his mother, he doesn't care about anybody.
One of the first lines of dialogue he has is the second he steps inside his house, he starts about his mom.
Yeah, literally. And the thing is, I don't think he has any right to. His mom seems fine, I think.
No, he complains because he says, and I quote, the second he gets in his house, he gets a call from his mom nicely asking, hey, can you take out the trash? And he's like, he says, and I quote, 5 seconds home, and she's already barking orders at me. That is a direct quote of what Alex Eagleson says.
And not only that, but he also goes on, like, this forum, right? He goes on this forum, and he actively, okay, we need to go back further. So a long time ago, there was a story of a woman who basically got mysteriously disappeared in an elevator and or dumpster.
Her name is not in my head right now, but the story of it goes is that she was last seen in an elevator security camera. She got off, and a few days later, her body was found dead in the apartment water at the top of the building.
And this is a real person.
This is a very real person who was tragically killed.
Yeah.
And Alex Eagleson, in this game, there is very much clearly a reference to her.
Yeah.
And the main character, him, there he is.
I love you. It's Alex.
Part of the early game is him trying to hit. Trying to get in her pants.
Honestly. And that's really weird, especially since we all know it's a self-insert.
Exactly. And again, based off of a real person who tragically died.
Yeah. So it's like, why are you doing this? Why are you writing this story? Because you could insert this character.
Yes.
this person into your story, but you need a damn good reason why.
Yes.
You need a really good reason
And the
why.
thing is, she's only relevant for the first half of the story.
Honestly.
When the second half rolls around with the weird robot lady, she's gone.
Yeah.
The elevator lady is gone. No longer. Because Alex stops trying to get in the elevator lady's pants, stops trying to get in the robot's pants. Which is weird, because the robot is actually Alex from a different universe. This is all canon, by the way. This is all explained. Not
Dude,
explained.
I didn't even know this.
But no, it's all canon.
Yeah.
To be fair, the way he dresses and the way he looks like how he acts.
That's fair. You know what? The funny thing is, I've dressed like that before.
You dress like that now, kind of.
Yeah.
But
at least I pull it off.
You do pull it off.
Thank you.
But just
also,
tries. The creator tries to like remedy it and tries to say, oh, people who hate the game, they don't understand. They don't get it.
Here's the thing. If your piece of media is not good at having an idea come across, right? Mm-hmm. Number one, there are definitely people who are completely media illiterate. Like, there are people who do not understand pieces of media, and they will say really dumb shit.
There are people who think the Fallout series isn't political.
Yeah. Like, there's people who have dumb ideas about media, right?
Yes.
But here's the thing. If everybody thinks that, including people who are genuinely media literate, you have a problem. You have a genuine issue.
When a game very clearly comes out in your face and saying, hey, government is bad, and then you try to defend it saying it's actually not political.
Yeah.
You clearly don't understand the literacy of video games as a medium.
Well, a lot of people genuinely don't have media literacy.
No.
Which is fair. I mean, because the way we're taught media literacy at a young age in English is, I think, one of the worst ways to do it. Because they have this frickin' multiple choice question of...
Yeah, read The Great Gatsby. Is the Nazi husband in the wrong? Yes or no?
Or not even that. But they have, like, these really complicated questions... And they have, like, very straight-up answers. Yeah. And it's very strange.
Media literacy is not black or white.
No, it's not.
Not even a little bit. You can't do a true or false test and get it.
Mm-hmm. But they do. They teach it like that at a young age. And they also make it boring. And well, I like some short stories they picked out. But a lot of, I don't know, there's just a lot of...
This is the result of someone who's media literate trying to make a self-insert game.
Yeah. And it's just not good.
No.
It's just not good.
They're making a sequel and also redoing the first one.
Yeah. Which, the thing, I'm so sad because it's going to actually hopefully be a good game. I played some of the second one, and it genuinely looks pretty awesome.
If there's one thing I can give Yiik, I think the battle mechanics are genuinely kind of fun.
What?
Because it's just Mario and Luigi with, like, time-based action commands.
Yeah, but it's isn't it, like, annoying for a lot of people? I don't know.
From what I've seen, most people, that's like the only compliment most people give is the action.
I've heard a lot of people don't like that battle mechanics of Yiik.
I think it's fun because it's Mario and Luigi action based. You press you do like little micro games to do attacks.
I guess that's fair, yeah.
Speaking of games that are being remade to get better, that's the next one on the list.
Wait, which one?
Hunt Down the Freeman.
Oh, wait, it's getting a remake?
It's being reworked as we speak. The entire game is being remade from the ground up.
That's amazing.
To make it good. However, there are some things we have lost in the remake to make it good. Keemstar, as well as Pyrocynical, are no longer voice actors in the remake.
Dang, that's crazy.
So, to explain Hunt Down the Freeman, we gotta go a little bit just into Half-Life as general.
I guess that's fair. I'll let you take it because
you don't know much about Half-Life.
I don't know much about Half-Life.
That's fair.
I know more about this game than I do about Half-Life.
So Half-Life, Valve made Half-Life, good game. Half-Life 2, good game.
Good game.
They're very good games. But
isn't Alex also good?
Half-Life? Alex is phenomenal.
Yeah.
But the thing about Half-Life as a franchise is it leaves a lot out. Like the story. There's connected bits, but there's also a lot missing, like the 7-hour war, which started Half-Life 2 with the Combine. And so a group of devs got together and like, hey, let's explain the 7-hour war. Let's showcase it.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is what this game is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because the 7-hour war is how basically the aliens...
Yeah, that's how the Combine took over the Earth. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this is what this game sets out to do, is showcase because the majority of the game takes place, you play as a soldier during the 7-hour war.
Yeah, yeah.
And you hunt down the free man.
You hunt down the free man.
Which, by the way, in the final game, Gurdon isn't in it. Gurdon Freeman, the person you are hunting down, does not appear once in the game.
In this game?
Nope.
That's so funny.
The first scene where you fight the guy in the HEV suit with the crowbar,
it's not
Gurdon Freeman.
That's amazing.
It's shown later that is not Gurdon Freeman.
That's so funny.
The point of this game is to bridge the gap between Half-Life Opposing First and Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
To explain, like, this sort of stasis mechanic.
And to clarify, this game is actually a fan game. It's not made by the original devs.
No, but it is okayed by Valve.
Yeah.
Valve themselves looked at it because you have to pay money.
Yeah.
This is using the Half-Life IP, and you have to pay money. So Valve themselves looked at the game. They looked at this and said, hey, this is okay to sell. I know that's a little bit pushy right now because actually these SFM animated sequences are pretty dang good.
They are pretty good. But
They're
the thing
very well made.
wasn't it not great that they used them though? Because I remember somebody specifically saying who worked, like, the original philosophy of the people that made Half-Life and Half-Life 2 and Half-Life Alyx.
No cutscenes.
No cutscenes.
Exactly.
Because it takes away agency from the player, which I think is kind of based.
Yeah, no, that's why in all of the Half-Life games, all cutscenes, the few cutscenes that there are in the franchise, are all done from the first-person perspective.
Yeah.
Which, the first cutscene of this game was done from the first-person perspective, but the later ones are not.
Mm-hmm.
And also, graphically, this game, it doesn't look bad. It does not look bad.
It doesn't look amazing, but it doesn't look
It
bad.
looks on par for the Source engine.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But the thing is that there's such a jump set from the really well-lit and animated sequences of the cutscenes, then jumps into this. And that's not the developer's fault, because the Source engine is outdated.
It looks goofy.
It does look goofy. That's part of its charm, though.
Yeah.
Is that it's outdated.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, another thing with Hunt Down the Freeman is that another part of the philosophy is that you are the character. You are Gordon Freeman.
Yeah.
That's why Gordon Freeman never says anything.
I am Gordon Freeman.
That was part of the philosophy.
Yeah.
That's why Gordon never says anything, never does anything without player input.
Mm-hmm.
The issue with Mitchell, which, by the way, is this guy's name.
Yeah.
His name's Mitchell.
That's a name.
No
offense to any
He talks
Mitchells.
constantly.
Yeah.
He consistently talks.
Certified
on the radio.
yapper.
You can't see that because there's no audio, and the game's broken, and captions don't actually show up ever. But yes, Mitchell is constantly talking.
Yeah.
You're not playing as a character. You're playing.
Yeah.
You're not playing as Gordon. You're not playing as yourself. You're playing as a pre-established character, which isn't inherently a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
It can work, but not in the Half-Life series.
No, not in the Half-Life series. Not in a series that is specifically designed to be a certain way.
Oh my God, it's him.
Where?
It's the Free Man.
It's the Free Man.
He's not the Free Man, actually. Spoilers, the guy in this HEV suit is not Gordon.
Yeah.
Except it was supposed to be. In pre-release screenshots, and even on the Steam page, it shows Gordon Freeman's face.
Why would you change it? I don't get it.
As far as I'm aware, they have not established why they changed it to not be Gordon Freeman.
Probably for a funky, silly twist.
I think so. But yeah, look,
Yeah.
it's the freed. It's the man. He's free.
He's freed, man. But yeah,
And the thing with Hunt Down the Freeman is that its whole existence of showing the 7-hour war kind of takes away the point, because the fact that it's called the 7-hour war kind of your brain makes it a lot cooler than it actually would have been.
Yeah.
Because I mean, 7
but I
hours.
understand wanting to show it, but also there's also this part where you run into, I think it's one of the beginning levels, where you basically run into the war at hand. Like there's guys fighting other guys. You can stand in there. And
they just infinitely respawn and no one ever dies.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, why?
Oh my God, it's the man.
It's the man. It's the freed man.
It's the G man.
It's the freed G man.
Mitchell, can I get a hit of that vape?
Mitchell, can I get a hit of that pepper spray?
Showcasing the 7-hour war, because it's called the 7-hour war. I think from the fact that that's what it's called, you can describe that it wasn't. The humans kind of didn't have a chance.
Yeah. So I also feel like it's disappointing because they're freaking aliens, dude.
Yes.
They're aliens. Do some alien stuff, you know?
Well, the thing is, they do. In Half-Life, they have weird alien creatures.
Yeah, no, in Half-Life
which are not
they do.
showcased here.
Exactly. When in the 7-hour war, like when the other games that aren't showcasing the 7-hour war are doing a better job at showcasing the idea of the 7-hour war than the 7-hour war, you have a problem.
And that's the thing, is because this game is made for people who've played Half-Life and know the story, which kind of defeats the point. Because like, why would you stop and showcase the 7-hour war when the people playing this game most likely already know how it's gonna turn out?
Yeah. The whole point, if you were to show it, you need to make the war as interesting as possible. Like, that's the only reason why you do it.
And the thing is, the war is just infinitely spawning alien combine and infinitely spawning military allies.
Aren't there like cool monsters and stuff that you
not in Hunt Down the Freeman? The only cool monsters is like the
No, but I mean like in the game, like
in the actual game, there's striders.
Yeah.
There's advisors. There's a bunch of weird little goober creatures.
Yeah, add those in though. Like what?
They didn't though.
Yeah, why?
The only alien soldiers you fight in Hunt Down the Freeman are the standard Combine soldiers, which don't even look like the Combine soldiers.
Why? That's so lame, though.
This game,
like, because I've watched some things about some of the monsters. Like, I think the stalkers specifically, where they like
stalkers are.
And they like have little nubs.
Such a low reason behind it that makes it horrifying, and also the design itself is phenomenal.
Yeah, like,
and they are not in this video game.
And I'm guessing they're like, there are a million creatures like that, right?
Yes.
You could have. What you could have done is you could have done it from multiple different perspectives, and you could have somebody be turned into a stalker in the thing. It could be freaking horror game, you know?
That's why Entropy Zero, which is another Half-Life mod in a similar vein to this, where you play as a Combine soldier, it does this idea it does it very well.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, though. It's Hunt Down the Freeman. I'm glad it's getting remade. I think it has potential.
I hope it's good. I hope they add more monsters and they actually
this game very much has potential.
Yeah. Isn't there a scene where like you're in the mountains, right? You're in the mountains.
Yeah.
And you're running down.
And you get sniped.
Constantly. For no reason. And
No.
There's no way to avoid it.
There is. And there are genuinely multiple levels in the base game with invisible walls that you genuinely have to cheat to get through.
That's amazing. Okay.
But game has potential. I think we've talked about the Freeman enough. And so next up, we're going to go... That's a great way to end it, is on that scene.
Yeah.
So next up, we're going classic. We're going classic with a game you all know, love.
I don't know this game.
You know this game. Everyone knows this game.
What is this?
Hotel Mario.
Okay, explain Hotel Mario to me.
So, firstly, Philips CDI was a console that existed. Nintendo licensed some of the IP to be made for it. Fun fact, the Philips CDI is actually why Sony exists. Sony was originally going to make the CD-based console, and then they get Philips to do it. But Philips CDI was a CD-based console because Nintendo wanted to try it. Because everything was going CD-based. Dreamcast, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So they licensed out some of their IPs, Zelda, and Mario, all that stuff. So Hotel Mario is infamous for its phenomenal cutscenes. You know what they say? All toasters toast.
Wait, I think I've heard that quote before.
You most likely have.
Yeah. Oh, this!
Yeah, this one. The gameplay itself actually isn't that bad. It's the thing is, the gameplay, you go in elevators and you close doors. That's it. That is the gameplay.
Wow, that's
you
so
close
fire.
doors.
I love closing doors.
And you close all the doors and you win the level.
Oh, yay. Oh, this is the same, it looks very similar to that Zelda game, Bombs, Rubies.
Yeah, because it's the same people.
Oh, yeah.
Philips CDI did that too.
It looks kind of bad.
It is bad. The Zelda one's gameplay is both bad. But the thing is, there's charm. There's a lot of charm behind this. It
looks like MS Paint drawings in a good way.
That's because it probably was.
Actually, yeah, it might have been.
The thing is, it's charming. The
Yeah.
gameplay is bad. The cutscenes are bad. Everything about it is bad. It's not fun,
Yeah.
but it's also fun
Yeah.
because it is. Hotel Mario is one of the first games that is so bad it's good.
Yeah, yeah.
100%. Because look at that. Look at that. You're closing doors.
You're closing.
And you collect coins and you close
The art
doors.
style is actually really fun.
Honestly, the sprite work is actually kind of fun.
It's actually really nice.
But yeah, this is the entire game. You do this for like 8 worlds.
Oh, that's
you
not
close
good.
doors.
That's not good.
Sometimes there's a gimmick. Like in one of the levels, the lights go out sometimes and you can't see anything.
That sounds like.
That's actually where the toaster quotes comes from.
Oh.
Because the plot is that the reason the lights are going out is because the breaker's going out because there's too many toasters plugged in.
What?
And then he unplugs the toasters, and then for some reason when he unplugs the toasters, the toast comes out.
That's amazing.
Which, by the way, all toasters do not toast toast. Toasters toast bread, which becomes toast.
Or bagel. I like bagel. Toasted bagel is still bagel, whether it's bagel or toasted bagel. But bread is toast when...
You said a lot of words in a row.
When in hot, out the food. When out hot, eat the food.
I have a hypothetical for you. Would you rather have unlimited bacon but Hotel Mario, or Hotel Mario but no Hotel Mario?
The latter.
I hate these Goomba sprites, so look at them.
Oh.
Why do they... That joke's been going around for like since
Why
Mario.
do you hate those Goombas?
Look, the joke's been a thing since the original Mario Brothers that Goombas look like a certain phallic
Oh
object.
my god.
But this sprite work makes it look even more like a phallic object.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I didn't actually know. You're right. They do.
That joke's been around since the first game.
Yeah.
That's not a new joke.
Yeah.
Not by a long shot, but
Yeah, no, that's like I like the shading of the sprite work. It's just the way that the top head looks.
he's dancing. He's hitting the jig.
Oh, he's doing. Why are?
Bye, Mario.
He just flew away, dog. What the hell?
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mario. Dog just flew away.
The
Goddamn.
cutscenes are hilarious. YTPs, YouTube feces,
Oh
YouTube
yeah.
poops.
YouTube poops.
Because YouTube is where the poop is.
Oh yeah, it's where all the slop is. I love slop. Nom,
But-
nom, 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 nom.
We can't really do much more about Hotel Mario.
Yeah, it's literally just.
You just
this.
close doors for like 8 worlds. That's it.
That's amazing. Okay.
So I think it's time to move on to another classic.
Mhm.
If you're a fan of angry men on the internet, you've most likely heard of this.
Let me see.
Action 52.
I've never. Why is there a furry on the screen?
This is an NES game that has 52 games in one.
Oh, one of these guys. Yeah, that
This
was
game
like.
was unlicensed by
Mhm.
Nintendo. Nintendo did not license this. This game was also like $200, like $200, $300
Yeah,
when it
and
came
it was
out.
just a port of. Oh, I've seen this before.
If you've watched the Angry Video Game Man,
Yeah,
the Angry
the
Man,
upset video game. Dude.
this is it. This
Yeah.
is 52 games of games like this.
Yeah. The most like cheaply made.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is it. This is the
Yeah.
entire game.
Wow. And it's just all of this.
Yes,
Yeah.
52. There are 52 games.
And,
And there are genuinely like
$200.
3 of them that you cannot open, as it will crash the console.
$200.
It
And
was
this is-
$3.99, I think, MSRP.
And this was before inflation, so
Yes, this was in like 1985.
it was probably
1984.
like I don't know, like $1,000 or something.
That's no, not even. It would be like 400, 500.
What?
PlayStation 5 Pro or 52 NES games.
Damn, I have to do the 52 NES games.
That's right. PlayStation 5 has no games. This is games. These are games.
PlayStation 5 has no games.
Does
Look at this.
PlayStation
look
5
at
have...
There's so many games.
Exactly. Does
Yeah.
PS5 have 52 games? I don't think so.
I love space. Invade in the space.
We are invading the space.
We are. It's not Space Invader. It's
No.
copyright.
No, it's invading space.
It's invading space.
We're shooting toothpicks.
Yeah. What is even going on here?
Again, this is 52 completely unrelated games,
Yeah.
all combined together in a single
Yeah.
cartridge. The cartridge was clear, actually. So
That's-
that makes it cool.
That makes it cool and not cheap.
Exactly.
And not cheap.
It's not like translucent plastic is cheaper to make than normal plastic.
No, it's actually purposeful and cool. Actually, $4,000. Are you sure?
400 with inflation. It's 400. Yes, 400, 500, because it was
400.
It may be like close to 600, 700 because again this was like $3.99 in like 1985.
Yeah.
It was genuinely one of the most expensive. And again, this wasn't licensed either.
Yeah.
So you couldn't find this at like GameStop.
It was just a straight up scam.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
You could only find this in like Christian bookstores and like mom and pop shops.
Yeah. I feel like your grandma would be like, "Hello, Sonny, I got you this little console. I got you the PS5." And it's like, that didn't come out yet, Grandma.
Grandma,
No,
what
but
are you
it has.
talking about? This is 1985.
I
What
know.
is a PlayStation?
Oh yeah, true. Well, I made it. Grandma, take your meds, dog.
Grandma, what is a? Are you okay? What's a PlayStation?
Well, you play it on a station. It's a play console, but it's stationary.
Little Timmy, I got you 52 games.
Little Timmy, I got you 52 games on your Shrek's box.
On your Nintendo game console.
On your Nintendo. Oh, no, that's Nintendo right there.
This is the Nintendo seal of quality.
Yeah.
I can't even make that joke because this was unlicensed, so it didn't have the seal of quality.
Yeah.
This is why the game market crash happened. Was genuinely because of games like this.
Yeah. Honestly, I would crash too if I was the gaming industry. So, anyway, to wrap everything up.
To cap this off, we're talking about the best game on the list.
The best game. You should have brought Jumbo Josh.
No. Jumbo Josh is...
Sorry, I eated him.
Exactly.
We have no
No,
more...
he's right there, see? Jumbo Josh.
Jumbo Josh. So, okay. Garden of Banban is the product of what happens when mascot horror became so profitable and so obviously, like, a bucket for snagging children to grab their money.
Yes.
That this game happened. Like,
this game was made solely because children spooky things. Children love spooky things.
Children love spooky things, and they'll pay you money to grab that Jumbo Josh plushie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't help because the thing is, I feel like it's intentionally like they know it's bad.
No, they know it's bad. They're well aware. There's
they
no
make
way.
money off it because people like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, they play it because oh, it's so bad, it's funny, it makes good content.
It didn't Indigo Park like spawn off of this idea?
Yes, except Indigo Park is an idea like this if it was executed well and with respect for source material.
Yeah, but it got inspired because the game was so bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Indigo Park is like this if it was made
it's
out of love and not wallet.
Yeah. But, yeah, No. Wow.
No, Indigo Park's a good one.
Yeah.
This is the bad one.
What do you mean? This game is awesome.
Me,
Claire, Monster, Claire. I love when MS Paint writing, it's like children writing.
Again, here's a fun fact. That remote that they're holding right now has more polygons than any of the monsters in this game.
And how okay.
It has like 1,000 vertices.
That's so insane to me, because that's a cube.
It has like 1,000 vertices.
It's a cube, dog. How the hell? It's a cube.
It's a cube with a button.
It's literally, like, making that, it takes more effort to put more polygons on that thing than just having it takes more effort to do that for some reason than to just grab a cube in Blender, elongate it, get a cylinder in Blender, squish it, put it on top, have the cylinder, and have the little cylinder. Like, that would take probably
3 seconds.
10 minutes tops.
No, I don't think it would take even
No,
because
you have to texture it and UV map it.
Texture, that is a flat color.
No, but it's 2 colors. You would have to do a little bit, but it's not much. Just to get the texturing on.
You want to give it bump maps too.
No.
Wrinkle maps. Give it depth.
No. Well, I would because I actually want to make good things. But
you want to explain the story of Banban?
No. I don't remember.
There is a plot. There is a plot.
How about you explain it?
Kindergarten. We're in a kindergarten. That's why it's Garten.
Garten of Ban.
It's Ban's kindergarten, and like
Yeah.
there's spooky monsters in the kindergarten. And like
They're alive.
Children have been indicted by the spooky monsters in
Whoa.
the kindergarten.
Yeah.
There's Banbalina,
The
Stinger
girl one.
Flynn, Jumbo Josh,
Yeah.
of Pillar Bird.
A pillow bird. A pillow bird.
Sharing is caring. Your pancreas is mine. Thank you, Ban.
Thank you.
And that is, I think that's a perfect way to wrap it up with the pancreas
Yeah. Well, okay. One more little anecdote.
anecdote about Ban. Sure.
Yeah. So the guy that one of the Ban was made by two brothers, right?
Yes.
And one of the brothers made this side content game or this game before Ban, and it involved pumped up kicks, better run.
Yeah, involved a firearm incident in a place of learning.
Yeah.
And then he went to make Ban with his brother.
Yeah.
And the people who published Ban also published good games like Buddy Simulator.
Yeah. I love Buddy Simulator.
Everyone loves Buddy Simulator.
But that's not. We'll do it. We'll cover them.
We'll cover Buddy Simulator when we cover about good games.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
This is part 1.
Part 1.
We're gonna cover. We have quite a handful of not exactly worst games. We talked about the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
So next ones we're gonna talk about games that had potential.
Yeah.
And just kind of fell flat.
Yeah.
And were just not fun.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's it.
See you later in the next episode. Have a lovely day.
And goodbye, Vaporeon.